to another new life. We opening and I'll be your host this afternoon. For the the topic for the adjustment of Monday, usually every Monday morning. So they're going to be every Wednesday afternoon, 1:30 p.m. Like um, we today, we certify librarian as well as technical service department at Martin University of Nigerian Library. And Mr. President of Mr. P. Siri. And from my right is Mr. Akonde, about to verify from Faculty of Science. You're welcome, sir. Uh, Moving forward, we would like to have a last which was very helpful. It's our song is all about for classroom to know about how to turn your uh, idea, your skills to today we have a very topic which we're gonna have this this we speak today, which is real. Um, to make it before 30, we all overrated. They still have give an insight of today's topic. All right, I'm serious pressure and know what is your own understanding about pressure. What is it about?
Okay, so much. Pressure is kind of stress and then or barrier that one may encounter on his way to a particular destination. It could be that obstacle that you encounter that will give you a challenge and impediment to go to your destination. Say that is pressure.
Thank you so much, Mr. Isiri. Uh, they all understand about pressure.
Pressure is say on really feeling because it's your destination or when you see yourself where you ought to be in the context of social state. So that I see prayers.
Thank you so much, Mr. Really about what's this pressure all about. And today, think about what do you mean by making it? Like, I want to make it. I want to. How do you want to make it? You don't know what you're making it. Is it in a positive way or it? You want to know all the things.
Okay,
With respect to the
okay. In respect to our topic, making it, I will break it a little. No, I'm not
okay, you are free to say it. I think now
breaking it this way. Number one, make it. If we know the, uh, the it could be where you need to be a particular position. It could be a lifestyle that you want to be living at a particular time. It means to or to actually work. So when you say making it, is working it to get to that point that you're looking at on this set. That's it. Dreaming of that road you are passing, that destination that you have in how you get there. The process of getting there is what we look at as making. So when you process it and you get there, you need it. So the process of going there is the process of making. You are making, you are processing, you are doing all you need to do to get there. So by the time you get there, and that's as so I feel
thank you so much, Mr. Missouri. You, Mr. Kunde, what your own basic knowledge, understanding, and something, make it.
So just wonderful for making it without make it the time that we in Nigeria can produce ourselves, establish um, your what the dream is. So make now is ready for what that you also achieve. Now that's the thing.
I think those are things that we as here when we talk about making it. But when we talk about making it, the Nigerian, the layman in Nigeria, probably uh, your dream like your sets the goal that you have set. So that's goal, that dream that you achieve is what we can be as it.
All right, thank you so much. Like, respect today. Do you think that people can achieve such milestone on that video? Do you think free?
They help me to achieve that vision. And when we say what everyone can be achieved on pressure, to me, the pressure is in two ways. Pressure and there's a positive pressure. So when you talk about that kind of pressure that makes you get there at this time, whether influence somebody from the way, whether yes, by book or groups, and get there. That is uh, the pressure. Then the opposite side of pressure, the pressure giving you inspiration. When you see target, you want to get there at a particular time, uh, particular moment. And when you don't get there, you have this kind of pressure. Or when the time is approaching, and you feel that you can arrive at your destination, there's this pressure that comes. One can come in a way that will make you to say, I am sleeping, please wake up. So when you wake up, so that you can arrive at that destination, or you can have that dream that you put that you have set for yourself. Another one, like I, is but that pressure is the worst. Sometimes people may say, you don't know my story, you don't know what you don't. There's nothing that you can complete another person about you. In the only there's no temptation that comes to a man that another man or not acknowledge that another has passed. So when you take the pressure, it's the way you take the pressure. As you are here now, you have pressure. I have pressure. There's something I want to ask. So I can turn that pressure the push that can take me there. I can do determination. And I can also turn that pressure to a way of getting there. And when you jump into it because of pressure, you find out that it's like when I like you just get there by hook, then you cannot actually hold on to that one. But when you are well motivated, the pressure to having the money to study that level. You find out that all those processes that you are passing they become the foundation and the base. So when you get there, you sit on a solid foundation. Then you can go there and you go on that side.
Thank you so much, Mr. Siri, for this wonderful insight. Mr. Kapole,
Yes, right. When you see pressure, I don't think making it by like before 30 or by 30. I think works. It's life now, and the people of the past can call them right. But they have a system, functioning system, for it to be at the age of 25. Yoruba, if you get names like Abi, this person is from a royal family. When you hear name or date that, you know this person is from. When you hear name like Ogun, like those names, when you hear the Ogun, it's something, it's Ola, Obi. So a family of family that's about this child is mature. I'm mature at the age of 17, 18. Once you notice that, okay, child is mature, he sets aside the aside for you, the family. This is your business. At that early stage, he already has his business. He knows how to, he knows how to act, to balance problem and so before he doesn't need a 30 to set a goal. It has become normal. It's not right. But today, based on what we see on social media, based on what we see on a child doesn't know what to use. But he wants to use language. He doesn't know the family background of goods, what they do are. But he wants, before they do, what they do now is I want to so what so you should I don't think that an individual should pressure himself to make achievements. Set it for yourself and make sure those things that you set, you have timeline to 25 when you want to. Example, in 25, you want to have a family, you want to start a family. If you work towards it, you want to set age of 35,000 work for it. Should not unnecessary pressure on yourself. Just like they say, like you say in football, you cannot train like Donati. Expect that you have Ronaldo thought on the field. You have to train like Ronaldo. If you can play, so that you can play. If you do that, you will not come in life.
Then,
Another thing is, no, I have to say, the reason why everybody has different names is because you're at different pace. What happened to you? So we might be training in the same parts. I might be using, why do you be using the plane? I might be using the horse. We are training on the same parts, but our means of transport. So if Mr. A, who is your friend, that starts, that will mean that you will not make your own data. Thank you very much.
thank you so much, Mr. Adeyemi. What is that? Mr. Adeyemi, can you say about the idea of making it real, the influence on decision?
Those making generally, there are pressure in that general. And when you talk about the influence on state goals, that is where it comes to making it before take. What influences you has a grip on you, whether you of another person. So you must first of all set a goal for yourself. Okay, by 30, this is what I want to achieve. Set a goal for yourself. You find out that the influence, external influence, may not matter much. Even if people are talking and you are already at this age, what are you doing? You have set a goal for yourself. You don't set a goal for yourself. You allow the other people to push you. For you are living on another person, and it's where the person drives you and he leaves you that you will stay. That what people will say, they will not drive your tire left, but God can leave you. You understand? They will drive you to the place, they will leave you. Because you have not set a goal for yourself. You have set a goal to marry at 25. Someone telling you they are 25, you must marry. That is, if you are not that one, it has the ability to influence you and sway you. because you have your own target, you have your own lifestyle that you are planning. Like I keep tell people, how many of the people who keep telling people you are ready at this age, go and get married, go and get married, go and get married. How many of them will say, you have graduated for 1 year, for 2 years, you need for job for you, or when you are get job. They are not doing they want to it's like they want to put their own plan into your plan. And once you allow that business to come in, you are free from your own part. So whatever you want to achieve, which of that is like in those days when we were young and primary and secondary school, when they come to class and they say, what do you want to be in the future? Somebody who knows they want to be a teacher. The other person has said, I want to be an engineer. You are looking at that person, engineer, teacher. Oh, am I the one that does that? The other person said, I want to be a medical doctor. Medical doctor. And they ask you, a surveyor, you want to be an architect. And you know that mathematics is your enemy. And you know that once you see figure, and you have now said you want to be an architect because somebody else has said, I want to be an engineer, or I want to be a doctor. So you are not allowed that to come in to say you started doing this, you started doing math, you started doing this one. And before you know it, they write, you have F9. And you begin to pray, they don't want me. There are things that so what am I saying? Don't allow influence to affect any influence that will affect your good. A positive influence. Like goals are good. If you don't have goal, they will play you and call you like goal. Football. They will just play you and as they keep you like this, sometimes you may enter goal and sometimes you may not enter goal. When you it's not everything that they have to do. As people as Christian, as people as Messi, we play some ball. Before we go after them. So if you don't have your own goal, they will play you like football. When they score you good, now then you will play. You understand? But if you have your own goal, no matter the pressure that comes, nobody pressure will come. And another thing, let me add this. Don't set your goal with the person who has an established platform already. Sometimes people want to say, you see the goal of this, you can set your own goal again. You that is in the pit, you are struggling how to come out before you will start to run. But you are setting the same goal with somebody who is already out because you see his speed, and you are still in the pit, you are saying, oh, we are going. So, have your goal on time and be focused on it. No matter the speed, no matter how fast it's running, focus on your goal. Let me add this. Sometimes the pressure comes when people lose their goal. You know that if your goal is to be a graduate teacher, for example, you don't need to be under the pressure as somebody who wants to be a professor. BSc in education can give you that one. The person who wants to be a professor, that BSc is now to starting your life as a primary school teacher. Easy to even start as an assistant if at all they will even take you. So don't allow that one, the difference of that one to now be moved to. And you are forgetting your goal because of the influence.
Thank you so much, besides you. And then from the office more for you to say your role and not reflect negatively. Always have your own plans ahead of it and not get out of the pit. So not ahead of your life and you not like a group of people. Please don't your height or don't leave your height. All right, viewers, for your question, don't forget to call on 0907 816 9515. 0907 9515. So, right, Respect to this as you have any kind of side on what to say about it.
Yeah, so you are trying that. You don't see it as a nice that there is pressure. Telling us fighting because you look at others as he has said to determine players. So you mount that pressure yourself. Another thing, you to achieve a goal, whatever goal that is not, every step that you take is a process. If you understand that process, then there is no pressure. Then you now turn the pressure, as I said, to be up. When you understand that, okay, yes, that point. Then
Thank you. You feel the pressure to make it before 30 is more pronounced for certain groups or industries.
it's general. It's general.
So how is general?
Now, the youth today, see, and go to the state today now, everybody, the time is around. Let whiskey come out tomorrow with another Ferrari, change. So, in this youth, eh, hmm, this youth today, it's not something to maybe this group of this very even other the major challenge that we are now facing, as I've said before, going back is the family background, families, their parents telling their children today. Because especially of Christians, and I had one this speaker from Ilorin High School. I was narrating the story that family friend I called him. The guy was about to kill himself. He was about to commit suicide. All because he had been trying but business gone down and maybe his younger ones started the family. And the family were now mounting pressure on him, saying that you are not doing this, you are not providing this, you are not doing that, see your weight. So the pressure is there. So it's now depending on you as an individual. What is your target? Then how do you achieve the target? So, like, for example, in acting, our main target for any action is to every shot to hit. Now, what are you going to do to get to the goal? Okay, should I start with shooting bullets? However, I'm good at shooting bullets, definitely I'm using the then I can move to maybe shooting. I'm good at shooting, getting closer to the bullseye because what we have is we have the white. And yellow is where the bullseye is. So your process day to day, even okay, achieve out. Now I can eat black confidently. Let me move to blue.
Thank you so much, Mr. Crowley. Let me jump to you. There's some students they are forced to go into a course which they don't want to, due to the parent wants them to make it in life, respect to be a doctor or a lawyer. Mention that. Now, let me just ask you today, and eventually they go into that course and they have a kind of a pass and they feel like which is so sad. So those are the questions.
Reality has happened. Like we are seeing it happen. So like I met this. He's running a program which he wants. You know, he's a graduate of pharmacy.
For you?
Yes. You know the reason why I went to pharmacy.
Pressure.
We get it. Now come back now.
Pressure.
So yes, there are predators as and as individuals also. There is no hope to stay cannot be a stepping stone. In Nigeria, Because that in this in Nigeria is when you see somebody having his first degree in maybe for example in an educational field, and it will be difficult for him to go, let's say, other field to continue with the next masters and also fly wherever you are. That is it. Without everything. If there are people that have first degree in two different fields, then their master degrees, they have it in three different fields. Other aspect of your life is not important. As a married woman, and this white thing for the children. You have a family, practically, you can have a PhD degree. So whatever it is, there's a family that you study a particular family, you have two qualities that you can, if you can do that in your career, for example, and now venture, if you put all your efforts in it, you can venture in what you achieve, what you decide to achieve on your own, in your family. It will be okay because I don't want to do accounting. You do not utilize that very well. You do utilize that very well moving forward. So, as parents, we should understand um, what the kind of child we are raising before we decide to be on it. For example, a child that I said the other day, if you see my math, and you don't think to get engineer, he's going to do mathematics throughout his life. So, I think we also have an area which is best in. She can be very important. We have musicians. We have fantastic. So you can be whatever it is that you want to be if all support, all necessary is there. But when those negative pressure comes in on family side, but if you choose them to come to you, then to scatter with the right pressure. So as parents, when those pressure on them to, okay, for example, you are pressured, you need to be a lawyer, but you are pressured, your parents, maybe for example, to be an accountant, but you choose to, because that's what you want. Then you go out and reach out.
So much is about please, question.
I would say that sometimes when it comes to this issue of family and child pressure, it's not well pressure on the child. Even the word not well pressure because you can't expect a child to finish primary school, secondary school. He has written job or he wants to go and enroll job. He's saying that no, what do you want to study? I want to study law. I want to be a medical doctor. Your part of the secondary education. You are not saying it is at the point I want you to be a doctor. And the child is I want to study law. You say no, I must have a doctor. That is the pressure we are talking about. Maybe because the other family has a doctor. So you want to also have a doctor in your family that can make you. So when you see that and you are drinking, daddy doctor, that's the doctor. No, if you want the child to be a medical doctor, every those things for the child. Be showing him movies that pertain to that field. Let boys be this stethoscope they call it. Be buying all those things. Be buying temperature, all those ones. Be buying them so that that thing that the child is seeing, watching every now, it resonates with the child. Understand? Not when the has put it to that level, yes, the spirit, and the child has decided this is what I want to do. After you want to send the child. Uh, when the child is resisting, you now the okra not the get back. So no matter how the okra will reach, what cutter you go in and this, then you will cut it. Give up wait for all. At that point now, you have decided to. There are some I've heard and I've seen students who I don't want to read this course because my father and my mother, for example, I don't want to study law. But because my father and my mother, they are lawyers, they now want me to study the law so that I can inherit the child. All what in his life is economics. And this eventually that people studying the law. You may find out that that child may not do well because the place of inner satisfaction is also key. When you do what you love, you do it better. And when you do what you don't love, you are just to ask to do it. You find out that you struggle in it, and the child will just you may just out there, you see the child saying that, and some of them they will get up and run and do. But that's practical thing. So, and whatever you want the child to be, early. If you want the child to be a very proud of you, even at that child, at that early stage, calling him Dr. John, is Dr. This. When you are calling that thing, the child gets that thing. The more the thing comes up. The more that you are that you must be given, that the child has never heard before, does not know what is available. And you must be you need eh? I know it's a cough here. It's just an example. Can I tell you when? Let's not go there. If I tell you when I heard of natural science, when did you hear of natural science? It's here.
Yes, I know it's
Okay. And the same was happening. And the same was happening. So you now wake up and telling the child that I want you to study nothing. What is nautical science? You say straight nothing science to do with because it's the nautical. So our ability to start this thing early will reduce the pressure on our children. Because if you don't start it early, pressure, pressure, the child will not get pressure, the pressure, or the pressure. And by the child, because when you are not doing well in what you are doing, it can lead to depression. And when you are doing well, it is job. They are calling people who are doing well. They are calling those who you have to carry over. You are saying, no, you make it. You are talking about that. You are motivated. You know how I manage to do this. You just can sometimes say, starting with an egg. Now just but go and use egg to start. Just put it at home. You can eat it. Before you know it, so let's start this thing on time so that the pressure will not be. Nigeria alone, to be in Nigeria, you have pressure.
yes.
To gain admission, you have pressure. When you finish secondary school, you have pressure. To gain admission, you have pressure. And you are not said another pressure. No, it's sweet. Because some of that's my own perspective of life. I see like I will do the little preparation I can do with the pressure then pressure. The pressure was job. I was thinking I will have job before the age of 30. You know, I studied library information science and our department in university that time, the faculty. we are still begging. It's a faculty department. So you graduate, you went for your service, you came back, and the 30 is getting close, job is not forthcoming, you are just looking and it can be kind of pressure. That one also have this don't come or after. Or when you school, like my friend will tell me, when you get ask you one question, you say yes. When you come with, you present this certificate. Then they say, no, what about the other one? What about the woman you want to marry? You understand? Those kind of pressure, they are there. But personally, I'm not the person like that. If you want to validate,
That's all right.
that's what we do. It was less pressure. But sometimes, let me say, sometimes they talk behind me. Talk behind me. But when I come like this, they won't talk. But what we call my one of my sisters, you know. But when I come, they won't talk. But when I'm gone, I was like saying, I said, why are they not even saying it now? They should say it to me now. Talk to me directly. So, give me the pressure so that I will know where to push it. But on the other hand, like I said, yeah, to understand people's perspective. Somebody that will want to modify the other thing. So the person should have what I'm giving to feed or to finish in that enter. And they say you are come and alone. Probably your mate get big higher company. So having this to do something to do will help reduce pressure. So I have the pressure on job. And,
Thank you so much, Mr. Isuri, for your insights in the topic today. For your question, do not forget to call on 90 you see why I refer to him as Adu comedian. You can't be with him without having a nice day. Thank you so much. All right, so my element says what's contribute to success in timeliness?
If you look at African level, which majority of our youths are students, just pure announcements. Um, everybody tends to post it. Nobody posts, few people post their journey. Everybody posts their post how they bought the tickets, how they bought the train, how they train. What we see is even let's get ready to go to somewhere and see the elites. Nobody is showing you the process. What is just showing on social media. Now, if you don't understand that things, take like on social media, join before somebody gets somewhere on social media, and you say, oh, this person doesn't follow this, and you want to follow that in this section. For example, there are people that you look at in this social media today, and if we continue to look at their parts as usual, I don't know have problem. Example is Mama Tao, Papa Mama Tao, started with just one apartment, which is Tao. Before you know it, she moved to Tao. Then one apartment at in Palace, before you know it, she's in Lagos. one he was struggling posting videos then, but it I do not know the journey that he had. Just got Alma today in our building, in our apartment. Not Estate, I'm mistaken. No, no, sorry. Not Estate. Akan area. That's where our estate is. If you see her in a truck, the black truck like that, if you see her going like, you know, what she has before she goes out. See her to successful disease. But no, it's not. It's before any beautiful picture today, there's a proverb. If any beautiful picture you see on that today, there's a proverb for it. So they are the same. You have to be working. This fight is very low. So there are people that have done so many things at the back before their success come to light. If you read books, you understand what people have done. KFC, for example. KFC, you know, KFC. You do not know what he has done in his 4 years. Before he has what he Dangote, everybody sleep. Go back to the story. What he has passed through before he does the fact that even if they ask one of us now to get out of the picture, drop ourselves in our start getting out. So the success that is an history. Today. So when you go to look at somebody, for example, the example most of you pick from music artists or footballers. Ronaldo on the football aspect, really one of the best footballer. In 2007, he was walking on the street of Manchester, nobody knew him now. There are videos of him walking on the street of Manchester. Everybody knows him. But Ronaldo cannot just step out of his comfort zone. Without people rushing him. So, same thing, Ronaldo. And everybody go back to 2020, just 2020. Because nobody will know who is. But before they possess this, when you look at social media and you like to do some digging about what the person has gone through before the person gets here. Even you as an individual, you go and go back, you post on Facebook and like you know the difference. Now, before to be necessity. So before we see any lifestyle on social media, preparing ourselves, let's know that those people are actually build a process to church. That's fine.
Thank you so much, sir. We have so much questions here, but we can answer or take to all. Well, yeah, one of the viewer, he said, how do you relate the present day society with well, not forgetting parents,
Okay, I think that is one of the problem of this society. Nobody wants to make it. Even parents want to pressure their children to make it. Majority of the parents, or let me use some of the parents, they don't even understand what making it is all about. What they just want is children to travel to Lagos and came back to best and they are dancing. It's only few you see on social media who say, how did you arrive? You left here, you are returning with this. I saw one, I was crying, so you want to make money. How did you make money? Only few. But many, they don't want, they even buy laptop for their children. I know there are some places they register people for the HQ. You go and pay money. What I was saying, so I want to register my son that then HQ. Mama, what is the HQ? I'm not telling. The what they just do is to this abundance that we display. Like he said, one of the today is too much flamboyant. We say things that we don't even know we are doing. And I say like social media if don't just all your commitment. Even the books that we read, we write book and say how I feel. The majority, only few will tell you on how I feel. Then they will tell you the sources. So when we go to see this display of money and when we speak well, somebody you don't know where it's coming from, you don't know how he has started and where he's trying to everything. And before you know, they all three of us are in the same step. You left 2 years ago. You were throwing money. And I'm thinking you are drinking ordinary water, you are drinking beer. For something of money, and they are using the security to carry it and they charging level. Before you know it, I will be work now. Then I know we are still ready. You see, yes, we've learned to already what we have. But that is not the best. We must make sure that we follow the process.
Thank you so much, sir.
This, um, I asked the person the other time on how would he handle the burial, and I remember something. While we were growing up, you know, Lamar and now the prison period back in those days, look up the money was light. It's not really of that. My dad was one of that very soon there is this time where he's saying that you know how in the morning, yeah, it's not the afternoon before you make it. You know that make it in the afternoon, eh? Why the person that make it in the night, you know it in the morning and you don't make it in the afternoon. So we need to understand that. But people do remember that after today, yes. So everybody wants it now. We went okay, Yahoo they are now not up to 10 years. Yeah, we really we see so nutrition. People that started it back in 2002, people that started back in 2005. That's what it's today. What you are doing today. I have a friend, then, what we know, when at secondary school, we left school. Then, when we went to university, we to later, while we were coming back for holiday, he came back with the car. The car, when come to the field, boys, stuff, the hearing, this, that, and it was this, years back. The guy is not telling me stories. He didn't what? Take his money from? Yeah. The updates, the broadcast. Nothing is coming from there again. The FCC, education, the school that he was sent to, did not achieve anything there. Now, there's nothing. So, you force your child or to live in today, and you start today, all around tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Isiri and Mr. Having you in mini studio. As well, thank you, viewers, for always being there to tune in to watch and share and like and friend and this channel. Without you, it will be trapped. Thank you.